This hour by Frederick Remington, fully cooked, ready-to-eat bacon. Exclusive, no refrigeration, 10-year extended shelf life bacon. The thickest, meatiest, center-cut bacon in the industry at fullycookedbacon.com.
Winter, Minnesota here. I am talking to you from our Burnsville studio here at Genesis Communication Network. My website is NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com. That's OMER.com. You can always enjoy listening to the show again, saving the file, getting onto the podcast, and share the information with your family and friends as well. Today, I am going to interview pharmacist Ben Fuchs again. Ben Fuchs has been on my show many, many times before. Hi, Ben.
Hello, Naseema. Nice to talk to you again.
Great. Wonderful, wonderful. We haven't talked for a while over here, live, so to say, for quite a few months now. How have you been?
I've been very nice, very good. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Great, great.
Hope you're having a good holiday season.
I am. Did you have a great Thanksgiving?
I had a good Thanksgiving.
Wonderful.
This is my favorite time of year, last month. You know, do you ever notice how fast this last month goes by from Thanksgiving to Christmas?
Tell me about it, especially.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yes, and it's my birthday month, so November is very, very special to me, and it goes by very fast.
Wait a minute, your birthday was in November?
November the 13th.
And now tell all the listeners how old you are. No, I'm just kidding.
53. I have nothing to hide.
You don't care? Okay.
Not 53? About my age. I'm 53. Yeah.
I'm 57, going on 58. So
Yay!
I don't feel sorry for you.
On the 50s, a wonderful time of our life.
You know, I've noticed, as much as you dread it ahead of time, I've noticed every decade is better than the last. My 40s were better than my 30s. My 50s were better than my 40s. I don't know if my 60s will be better than my 50s, but I'm hoping. I'm looking forward
sure
to that.
they will.
You think?
Yes.
All right.
You take such great care of you, Ben.
Yeah, but the aging process kicks in for everybody.
I know. Sometimes the mind says, Naseema, do this. You were able to do this, and then suddenly some body part will say, lady, what are you thinking?
I know, and that's why you got to be proactive. That's why you got to be proactive and take care of yourself first.
Okay, so what
a breakdown? Yeah. Here's the thing, Naseema. We all try to take care of ourselves, but we all breathe polluted air. We drink polluted water. We eat food that doesn't have nutritional value to it. I mean, we try to compensate as best as we can if we're smart by getting on a supplement program, by exercising, by practicing spirituality and mental and emotional strategies. But there is a certain inevitability to the decay process, and what you want to do is you don't want your body to rot fast. You don't want to deteriorate too fast. You want to age gracefully and smoothly. You want to go into right. You want to go into your 60s and your 70s and your 80s, not with a body that's falling apart. Because, gosh, the letters that I get, Naseema, it's so horrific. All the different things that can go wrong in our bodies. It's just absolutely terrible. And myself and my loved ones and my friends, I don't want that to happen to anybody.
Right. And how does that saying go? When men age, and get the gray hair or peppered hair or even a little bit of receding baldness.
We call it silver.
Age gracefully, and it says, men look more distinguished versus women just age and go after plastic surgery or something like that. Not all of them, but I think that's a misnomer. It doesn't have to be that way. I think women can age very, very gracefully and beautifully, and many, many women do that, and men as well, but not everybody. And so tell us, decaying processes, you were talking about simple things like breathing. We take that for granted, and especially in our society here in the States, right?
I'll tell you who doesn't take it for granted is somebody who has emphysema. Or somebody who has COPD, they don't take breathing for granted.
Right,
I'll guarantee you that.
So tell us the proper way to breathe, conscious breathing.
I call it SDR breathing.
There you go.
Slow, deep, and rhythmic. Those are the 3 points you want to emphasize when you're breathing. slow, deep, rhythmic breathing tells the body that all is right in the world. So
and let that tummy rise. Let that tummy rise
tummy
with
goes
your breath
out, inhale. That's right, like a balloon. The tummy goes out on the inhale, and it comes in on the exhale. You know, every time you breathe, your diaphragm, this muscle, band of muscle that's kind of in the middle of your body, every time you breathe, the diaphragm goes up and down, right? You probably know this. The diaphragm goes down, and the belly fills up, and then the diaphragm comes back up, and you exhale. But you know what I'll bet you didn't know? The diaphragm is like a second heart. The diaphragm is loaded with blood, and as it moves up and down, it's supporting the beating of your heart. So you're actually taking the load off your heart. You're giving your heart a secondary or a satellite heart.
Yeah.
No, not only a break, but you're giving a support system. It's like a secondary heart. So now your heart doesn't have to do as much work. This is especially important for people who are dealing with cardiomyopathy or heart disease, is you can use your diaphragm as a secondary or as a satellite heart. And as it goes up and down, it will support the breathing of your regular heart in your chest. So
you're right.
Breathing,
I did not know that.
Yes, most people don't know that. So not only does deep breathing and diaphragmatic breathing, as it's called, support respiration and oxygenation, it also supports circulation. And this is especially important for people who are dealing with heart disease, to take the load off the heart. If you go to the doctor and you have heart disease, the doctor will say, well, we've got to take the load off the heart. You know what he'll do? He'll give you a drug that will poison the heart, that will slow the heart down by poisoning it. I'm saying, as a pharmacist, this is absolute lunacy. Mm-hmm. Why would we ever take a drug that would poison the heart? You know, the medical model is so convinced of this idea that we slow down the heart in order to improve health, that they will actually do something called an ablation to the heart. Have you heard of that term, a cardiac ablation? Mm-hmm. That's where they'll stick electrodes in the heart and burn it. They'll electrocute the heart. They'll cauterize the heart. So look, the medical model, the doctors think nothing of chemical ablation. To ablate means to destroy, by the way.
Right.
They think nothing of chemical ablation, where you destroy the heart with drugs, or electrical ablation, where you destroy the heart with electricity. I'm saying, if you want to take the load off the heart, don't poison it. Use your secondary heart, your diaphragm, to support the beating of your primary heart. And then you'll get oxygenation, and you'll get better circulation. You get all kinds of benefits. Another thing that happens when you deep breathe or diaphragmatically breathe, the body feels like everything's right in the world, and it can now allocate resources to the good stuff. See, when the body's under threat, it doesn't allocate its resources to creativity and fertility and growth and repair and fighting cancer and supporting the health of the skin so we can look beautiful and young. The body's like, no way, we're redirecting resources to the legs so you can run.
Right.
We're redirecting resources for emergencies. We're shutting down the digestive system. We're going to shut down growth and repair. We're going to slow down the immune system so that...
How many of us want to go pee while we see a tiger running after us? Not many people see a tiger running after us, but
well,
you know what
here's
I mean.
The thing. You'll lose... Well, you won't feel like urinating, but what will happen is when you're under duress, when your body's under stress, or when the stress nervous system is activated, the muscles in your where you urinate from will relax, even though the urge to urinate at the top of the urinary system will slow down. So anything that's lower, any fluid that's located lower, will just come out. That's why people pee their pants.
Oh, interesting.
When they're scared.
Yep.
But the fluids that are in the top, as well as the foods that are in the top in the large intestine, those will stay there. You're not going to get any pushing outwards, but the muscles at the bottom will open up and relax. In other words, the entire digestive system is sort of suppressed, so that the opening at the bottom of your body opens up, and everything that's in there drops out. If you know what I'm trying to be gross here.
Right.
But the intestine at the top, the musculature at the intestine, that will slow down. So you'll lose whatever material is that's located lower in the excretory system, but the material that's higher in the excretory system is going to stay there. So you get a combination of constipation, for example, and you'll, how can I put it delicately, you'll crap your pants. Can I say that on the air?
Exactly. Yes. I see what you're saying.
Even though you'll still be constipated.
Yes, thanks for that explanation. But what I was trying to get at as well is, going back to our breathing and some bodily functions are involuntary. They're going to happen automatically, so to say. But by consciously putting in that effort in breathing, you can kind of help by oxygenating lots in your body. And then similarly, taking proper nutrition and supplementation as needed, as required, and try it. Experiment it out with your body. Give it some minerals, vitamins, and stuff for, good 3 months. See if you feel a difference with enzymes to help you process your food, and and then you be the judge of whether you want to take it or not. You're right. You're gonna feel a difference.
I call it the fourfold square of health: nutriate, respirate, move, and rest. Those are the 4 points of health. I call it the square of health. We've got the triangle of disease, which we always talk about, which is the 3 points of bodily breakdown that underlie the disease process: the digestive system, the blood sugar system, and the adrenal thyroid complex. We've talked about that a lot. But then you have the fourfold square of health, the 4 points that you need to address for health, and that is nutriate, both with food and with supplements, because you're not going to get everything you need from food. We know that. Respirate, make sure that you're breathing correctly. Move the body. The body needs to move. The dynamism of the body needs to be leveraged if we're going to be maximally healthy and if we're going to anti-age. As we move, we generate an electrical charge, and as we move, blood flows through the body. In addition to generating an electrical charge, it oxygenates the body, it detoxifies the body, and then finally, most importantly, rest. Lots of long, luscious rest. We're conditioned, Naseema, in this country anyway, to think that, we're lazy if we rest. No. If you rest, you're repairing, you're recovering. When you sleep, your body is fighting cancer. When you sleep, your body is anti-aging, but it has to be within a context of movement. You can't just sit in bed all day. You've got to move a little bit and rest a lot.
Right. Very important to have. Today, Ben, I would like to focus a little bit just to educate audiences and myself and more and beyond, but on why is it when people experience various hernias, it hits people in classic zones, so to say, of our body, right?
Well, we have certain parts of our body that are weaker than other parts of our body. For example, right around your groin area, where the top of your body meets the bottom of your body, there's a lot of movement that takes place in that area, and so that area tends to be a little bit weaker. The area in the stomach area, not the stomach, but the abdomen area tends to be a little bit weaker as well for a lot of folks. And so this is where most hernias occur, either hiatal hernias, which are hernias that take place in the center of the body, at the diaphragm level, or umbilical hernias, which take place in the abdominal wall area, or inguinal hernias, which take place in the groin area. These are areas that tend to be a little bit weaker in most folks, and this is where herniations occur.
Yep, and I hear that music. I hear that music, and when we come back from the short break, we'll go over each of these different types of hernias that you've mentioned. Stay tuned, everybody. NaseemaOmer.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
People search the internet for everything, including you. With a few clicks, information from your past can be quickly discovered, from business deals gone wrong to misleading reviews, negative articles, and unflattering images. Studies show 78% of people search for someone online before doing business with them. Will they find the real you? With ReputationDefender.com, you can establish a positive internet presence. ReputationDefender.com pioneered the field with over a decade of experience, serving thousands of successful individuals and businesses. We use patented, award-winning systems to boost positive content and suppress negative material. Don't let the internet define you. Take control of your reputation today with ReputationDefender.com. For your quick, free reputation analysis, call 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Actual testimonials from real Numana customers.
I've tried all kinds of food storage, and Numana is by far the best.
I'm a single mom with 2 teenage boys and a full-time job. I don't always have time to cook a 4-course meal. That's where Numana has been such a blessing. I can spend less time in the kitchen and more time on what matters most, like helping with homework.
Find out for yourself. Order online at thepowermall.com. That's thepowermall.com. Numana is
the stores I love to eat. Yum!
Thepowermall.com.
Frustrated trying to get business capital? Want to take the slow process and rejection out of the equation? GCNloans.com removes the slow, irritating approval process. Instead, get quick, simple funding. Powered by David Allen Capital, 80% of our pre-qualified clients are approved in days. Pre-qualify at GCNloans.com and get your money this week. It's that easy. GCNloans.com. That's GCNloans.com.
Are you happy washing your hands with harsh chemicals? Are you happy doing laundry with detergents? Are you happy paying high prices? Find your happiness with Pure Soap. These all-natural, earth-friendly Pure Soaps are the very best you've ever used. Buy in bulk. Get a 12, 36, or 48-month supply. Or get items individually and still save big. You're getting soap products twice as good as what you're using now. Earth-friendly and natural soaps. Your family deserves the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com. Why not put your money up the drain for a change? See them at 5starsoap.com or call 1-800-340-7091 for a catalog. Cal Ben Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils. See their full selection of soaps at 5starsoap.com. That's F-I-V-E starsoap.com. Or call 1-800-340-7091 for a catalog.
Most people think life insurance pays after you're dead. That's true. But did you know you can have tax-free access to your life insurance while you're still alive? You can use the life benefits of your life insurance to grow your money with certainty and guarantees. No stock market risk, no tax risk, and no penalties. Call Life Benefits if you'd like a free book about how this can be done. Call 702-660-7000. That's 702-660-7000.
Listening to the Naseema Omer Show, segment 2 of 4. I am interviewing pharmacist Ben Fuchs today. Pharmacist Ben Fuchs has been on my show many, many times. Always fascinating. Teaches us a lot of information in bite-sized, digestible pieces, I like to call it. Welcome back, Ben. Just before we went on break, you were explaining. You mentioned the different types of typical hernias.
Yeah, you got the major types of hernias are called hiatal hernias, which occur when the diaphragm pushes upward and interferes with the stomach. The stomach and the diaphragm are sort of located next to each other. When the diaphragm's kind of moves upwards through the connective tissue and interferes with the stomach, that's called a hiatal hernia. That can really mess up the digestive process, cause problems with heartburn and a GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. That could be actually a pretty serious issue. That's a more serious issue than the other two kinds of hernias, the umbilical hernias and the inguinal hernias. But what all hernias have in common is that parts of the body are pushing through the connective tissue. And this is really important to understand because most of the misery that's associated with the aging process, or a great deal at least of the misery that's associated with the aging process, involves deterioration of the connective tissue. And we really got to isolate what the connective tissue is if we're going to understand what hernias are about, what the aging process is about, what deterioration of the body is about, what all the classic signs of aging are about, including wrinkles and osteoporosis and the sort of characteristic gait and walk and appearance that older folks have as opposed to younger people. You know, as we get older, you notice, you and I aren't quite there yet, but as we get into our 60s and 70s, we tend to shrink. Mm-hmm. That's the sign that the connective tissue in the body is starting to break down. Sometimes you get this hunched over appearance as you age. That's a sign that the connective tissue is breaking down. Wrinkles are a classic example of connective tissue breakdown. But connective tissue breakdown can take a shape or can manifest itself in many different ways. But to understand what this is all about, we got to talk a little bit about what exactly is connective tissue. You've heard that term, right? Connective tissue.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? We in the nutrition business and the health business talk about it a lot. But what is connective tissue exactly? Do you ever wonder about that? What does that mean, connective tissue? How does that fit into the equation?
Everything together.
Exactly. It connects everything together. That's why it's called connective tissue. You have 4 types of tissue. Now, sometimes I'm afraid to use, I don't like to use big words. Yeah, I don't like to use scientific terms. So when you think of tissue, we'll just call it stuff. Okay? The body is made of 4 kinds of stuff. 4 kinds of material. Technically, it's called tissue, but forget the technical terms. 4 kinds of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You've got the middle part of the body, the bulk of the body, which maybe 80% of the body, which is the stuff that you see if you go to the Bodies exhibit. Did you ever go to the Bodies exhibit?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. The Bodies exhibit.
In Florida, when it first popped up over there.
Right. When you go see the Bodies exhibit, you look at these things. They don't look like people, but they look sort of like the meat of us. They look like our meat, basically, and that's what the connective tissue is. It's our meat. The connective tissue tends to be wrapped around with another type of tissue, another type of stuff called muscle tissue. And between the connective tissue and the muscle tissue, you have the bulk of the body. 70 to 80% of the body is connective tissue / muscle tissue, and that's what you see in the Bodies exhibit. You see the connective tissue and the muscle tissue. That's our meat and our steak. Steak is basically muscle tissue and connective tissue. If you take the body, I don't want to be gross here, but if you take the Bodies exhibit, right, or the bodies that you see in the Bodies exhibit, and you slice them up, you'll get a steak. The red stuff will be the meat or the muscle tissue, and the white stuff in between, the gristle in your steak, will be the connective tissue. That's what connective tissue is. It's the white stuff in your steak. All right? Can you picture how that works? If you take the body, you slice it crosswise, you get muscle tissue and you get connective tissue.
It's the slippery, slimy...
That stuff. It's the stuff that's gross that we typically think of as being gross. That's the connective tissue and the muscle tissue, and that's most of our bodies. This connective tissue, muscle tissue mass is electrified with a 3rd type of tissue, a 3rd type of stuff. That's called nervous tissue, or nerve tissue. And then the whole thing is candy-coated with another type of stuff called epithelial tissue, and that's the covering. Our skin is the classic example of epithelial tissue, but epithelial tissue occurs throughout the body. So you have 4 kinds of stuff, 4 kinds of tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue. They're actually, because they're so connected to each other or wrapped around in each other, it's really one type of tissue, connective / muscle tissue. Then you have the electrification with nervous tissue, and the whole thing is coated with epithelial tissue. But here's the point. When we're getting older, when our bodies are breaking down, it's because the connective tissue and the muscle tissue are shriveling.
Oh, my goodness. I hate that word shriveling.
We're shriveling.
Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back for more from Pharmacist Ben Fuchs on the Naseema Omer Show today. I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
Does the current world crisis in North Korea or our domestic crisis right here in America concern you? Well, I know it concerns me. My friends over at Legacy Food Storage have solutions in the event there's the inevitable. What's the inevitable? Civil unrest, a run on your local grocery store. And here's my question to you. If this happens, how do you feed your children? How do you feed your grandchildren? Legacy Food Storage has the solutions. In fact, they can help you implement a simple plan to take care of your needs in the event of the inevitable. By calling them right now, I have authorized them to give you a special 20% discount at checkout by simply using GCN. Call 888-543-7345 or visit them at legacyfoodstorage.com. That's 888-543-7345 or visiting them at legacyfoodstorage.com. Make sure you use GCN at checkout for an incredible 20% discount. Don't be a victim. Take control of your life now.
Non-attorney paid spokesperson. Could your house go into foreclosure? Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Does it seem like the bank has no interest in helping you save your home? And you feel like you have nowhere to turn for help? Then we have good news for you. Foreclosure Protection Services can help save your home as they specialize in foreclosure assistance. That's all they do. If you're behind on your mortgage payments, being threatened with foreclosure, have been denied a loan modification, or been the victim of a predatory loan, it's critical that you call Foreclosure Protection Services now at 800-667-9035. Their network of attorneys and their agents are available to speak to you now. If you're behind on your mortgage payments, Foreclosure Protection Services can help stop the foreclosure process. Call today before it's too late. New laws are in effect that may save your home. Call Foreclosure Protection Services now at 800-667-9035. 800-667-9035. That's 800-667-9035.
Have you ever wondered who the second person to discover gravity was? When you're in the mood for a treat, would you go to the second best bakery in town? Or how about the name John Breckenridge? Recognize it? If you don't, that's because he came in second to Abraham Lincoln. The firsts are first for a reason. Just how ID Stronghold was the first to create the technology to protect your credit cards from thieves with RFID chip scanners. ID Stronghold products block signals from those scanners, so thieves can't capture your critical data. Get a stronghold on your personal information and protect your family too. Don't settle for the second best wallet. Pick up ID Stronghold wallets for everyone on your list this holiday season. They're the perfect stocking stuffer, with leather wallets starting as low as $20 on Walmart.com, eBay, Amazon, and QVC. Save 10% by using coupon code PRESENT for a limited time. That's coupon code PRESENT only on IDStronghold.com. IDStronghold.com.
Sometimes life can be a pain in the neck, or back, or shoulder. Long-distance travel or long hours in front of a computer can take its toll on your body. Why take another pill? Treat your aches and pains with Sunshine Pillows. Microwavable heat wraps, heatable neck pillows, and extra-large body heating wraps. Sunshine Pillows and wraps are designed better for perfect support where and when you need it, even while driving. Sunshine Pillows are designed with your comfort in mind, will not burn you, and will stay balanced on your body to provide soothing hot or cold therapy to treat temporary or chronic pain. And the best part, Sunshine Pillows start at just $20. Join hundreds of our happy customers and see why Sunshine Pillows has a lifetime 100% positive rating on both Amazon and Etsy. Click sunshine-pillows.com and take the Sunshine Pillow Challenge. That's sunshine-pillows.com.
If you go to my website, NaseemaOmer.com, that's NaseemaOmer.com, you can enjoy podcasts, archive files, everything on these radio episodes. I also have a YouTube channel called The Naseema Omer Show. And on that website, you can also shop for fantastic nutritional supplements which both pharmacist Ben Fuchs and I recommend. And also, you can shop for a fantastic line of skincare products developed and designed by pharmacist Ben Fuchs called Truth Treatments. And if you get it from my website and use that discount code that's displayed on there, you will get an extra discount on any of your purchases from the fantastic line of skincare. And I love your product on that too. But I digress, Ben. Let's talk about that. But I also want to mention, before we run out of time, we have one more segment after this one, that sometimes babies are born with certain conditions also that are signs of a breakdown. So it's so important for especially moms and nursing moms and even dads before they conceive to take care of themselves too and
That's
continue.
Exactly right. You know, Doc used to get into trouble, or he used to antagonize people. You know, Doc likes to kind of push people's buttons a little bit. He used to say,
and you're talking about Dr. Wallach,
right,
Joel Wallach, the founder of Youngevity.
Right. Our nutritional hero and guru.
Right.
I've learned so much from Dr. Wallach.
Oh my gosh.
But sometimes he'll say there are no genetic diseases, right? Yeah. And people go, what are you talking about? What about babies that are born with cystic fibrosis? And what he means is that it's not necessarily the genes that are the problem. It's the genes that haven't been nutriated and fed when the genes were developing in the mother's womb. So yes, babies can be born with things like cystic fibrosis and so-called genetic issues, but don't blame the genes. Blame the poor environment that the genes were in when they were developing and they were growing inside the womb.
Kind of think of the petri dish not having what it needs to support those cells to grow.
Basically, that's what it is. Cells respond to the environment that they're in, and that's true about the cells in your body and my body. It's also true about the cells that are developing in a mother's body, that are the fetal cells that are developing in the womb. And that's why it's so important for mothers to get on a good nutritional supplement program. Number one, to watch out with their eating. Number two, staying away from sugar and processed foods as best as possible, and making sure that they're getting quality, nutritionally dense food. And speaking of food, by the way, we were talking earlier about how when we get older, there's a certain inevitability to there's certain shriveling up and inevitability to the deterioration process. You know, one of the most important things we can do when we get older, you ready for this? You're going to hate this, I know. Most people hate hearing this, but this is true.
Okay, tell me.
Is eat as little as possible.
I know.
Eating is a young man's game. Eating is a young man's game, Naseema. We have to really understand that we eat for emotional reasons, number one, and mental reasons, and we eat because we're hypnotized into wanting to eat by commercials and by marketing and by advertisers and by messaging that we're bombarded with 24/7 wherever we go. And these are the reasons.
Using it as a stress reliever, comfort, visiting, everything surrounding it. Surrounding all gatherings and fun socials with food and different
we pay
food.
The price. Yeah. You know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but the fact of the matter is eating is a young man's game. It is not, as we get older, we're not supposed to be eating as much as we get older.
We don't need as many calories either.
We don't need as many calories, and calories represent work. And it really comes down to, as we get older, the question becomes, do you want to expend your precious nutritional resources on digesting your food and on detoxifying your food, or do you want to spend your resources on anti-aging, on having more collagen, on building more connective tissue, on fighting diseases? I mean, really, where would you rather spend your nutritional resources? On processing calories or on looking beautiful and feeling strong?
Right, staying wrinkle-free.
Staying wrinkle-free.
Exactly.
Really, your body is going to, you only have a limited amount of nutrients in the body, and the vitamin C is either going to go to digest your food or it's going to go to fighting wrinkles. What would you rather have the vitamin C going to, Naseema?
Fighting wrinkles.
Exactly. Or building bone.
Yep.
Or staving off degenerative diseases, staving off cancer. All of these things, all of these disease-fighting processes require nutrition. Digesting food requires nutrition. So
the digestion system and the gut, they're finding out so much more. We know this, that it's the second brain, or really controls a lot of the function. You mess up your gut, you're screwed, so to say, in every sense of the word, literally.
Yes. So, and you know what, Naseema, you're a pretty healthy woman, and I've seen you, but there are people who are in their 50s and 60s that live in chronic digestive pain. There are people in their 50s and 60s and even younger who have to have a bowel movement every 5 minutes. every 10 minutes. They can't go out of the house. They can't fly on a plane. They can't go to an event. They can't go to an auditorium or a baseball game or a concert because they got to have they got to eliminate they got to clear their bowels every 5 or 10 minutes because of their digestive system. Their colon is so deteriorated. Not to mention the pain.
Right. That reminds me. Okay, so past the hiatal hernia, now we have the inguinal here. How do you pronounce it? Inguinal. I know
the inguinal hernia occurs in the groin area. The inguinal hernia, they call it. Inguinal, umbilical, and hiatal. Those are the three main types of hernias. But all of them are the same thing. They're wrinkles of the inside of your body. They're the connective tissue deteriorating inside the body the way the connective tissue in the skin deteriorates when you have wrinkles, or the way the connective tissue in the bone deteriorates when you have osteoporosis, or the way the connective tissue in the blood vessels deteriorate when you have strokes or aneurysms. In fact, all of our disease states are based in the connective tissue. All of them, including the aging process itself, is based in the connective tissue. Now, you said earlier how the connective tissue connects, and that's obviously one of the main things it does. But you know what else the connective tissue does? This is so important and it's completely unrecognized. The connective tissue feeds the cells. The connective tissue breathes the cells. The connective tissue cleans the cells. The connective tissue is like a womb within which the cells reside in. Just like a baby or a fetus resides in the womb in the body, all the cells, every one of the 100 trillion cells in the body live in a womb of connective tissue. In fact, do you know what the Latin word for womb is?
No.
Matrix. The matrix is, when we talk about the connective tissue, we're really talking about what's called the connective tissue matrix. The connective tissue womb. It's a womb for all of the cells of the body, which means that when you do strategies for building connective tissue, and we should definitely talk about that here in a second, when you do strategies for building connective tissue, not only do you get better muscles and better joints and better ligaments and better tendons, not only do you prevent wrinkles, but all of the cells of the body, and by the way, not only do you reduce hernias and prolapses, those are also signs of connective tissue deterioration, as is osteoporosis, so you get stronger bones, but even more fundamentally, all of the cells of the body, every one of the 100 trillion cells of the body, become healthier, become better nourished, become more better detoxified and cleaner, and better oxygenated when you build the connective tissue. And your next question should be, Naseema, is how the heck do I build my connective tissue?
But hold on. One more question before I get to that one. But you're absolutely correct. So it's not necessarily, yes, good posture helps. Holding yourself up helps. Absolutely. Keeping those muscles engaged when you walk. You know, I always say butt in, tummy in, tips out, shoulder out, chest out. Yep. Head up, held up high. All those things, active walking and active lifestyle movements help, but they're not going to prevent breakdown in your connective tissue if certain things are missing. 4 elements.
Right. The fourfold square of health is about the connective tissue. If you want to have strong connective tissue, you've got to nutriate, you've got to respirate, you got to move, and you got to rest.
And rest enough hours.
A lot. Long, luscious rest. Here's the thing. You know, we don't like to really rest.
Right. And not rest by sleeping pills or a glass of alcohol or Benadryl or whatever.
You don't have to sleep
You don't need sleep aids.
You don't even sleep to get rest.
Yeah. Or you're defeating the purpose.
Well, hang on, though. Sleep is great. And it's really important, obviously. You secrete growth hormone, your body repairs itself, it heals itself when you're sleeping. But rest can be just relaxing. It could be meditation. It could be yoga. It could be massage. It could be just sitting on the couch doing nothing. It could be taking a long bath, smelling the flowers, exactly. Gratitude is a type of rest. Appreciation is a type of rest. Pleasure can be a type of rest, although not always, but it can be a type of rest. So there's many ways to rest. As important as sleep is, we don't want to conflate those two terms and think, well, rest equals sleep. No, that's not necessarily true. Yes, sleep's important, but you don't have to sleep in order to rest. You can just sit on the couch and veg out and rest. We live in a culture where we think that that's lazy, but it's really healing and anti-aging to rest correctly within a context of movement. A little bit of movement, a lot of rest.
Thank you so much for putting that in perspective, because you're so correct. Our culture and our society does not look at rest favorably. I mean,
it thinks you're lazy.
Go sit in a hot spring or a hot tub, like you say, But yes, now for the question. What do I do to build connective tissue?
Okay, it's the fourfold square of health. When I say the fourfold square of health, I might as well say the fourfold square of connective tissue building. It's the same idea. Number one, we'll work backwards. Resting, when the body's rested in a context of movement, it repairs. And I keep saying that because it's really important. Rest by itself is not what you're looking for. It's rest within a context of movement. And we know that we understand the difference between rest and rest within a context of movement, because just sitting in bed all day doesn't feel good. But sitting in bed after you've had a long workout, or after you've exercised or taken a walk or swam or played golf or played tennis, we love that kind of rest. That's the kind of rest we like. It's after you've had some stress. And it's this kind of balance between stress and rest and stress and rest. I call it exer-rest to emphasize the fact that it's a combination of exercise and rest. Exer-rest.
I like that.
When you're exercising, you're stimulating.
I'm going to steal that term from you.
Exer-rest, yes. When you absolutely can steal it. You can take it. You don't have to steal it. I'm giving it to you.
Thank you, dear.
So when you exercise, you turn on growth and repair. You turn it on, like when you turn on your engine by turning the key on, and the growth and repair actually occur when you've stopped moving, when you've stopped the exercise or the stress. That's why it's a combination of stress and rest. And then the other 2 points are nutrients and oxygen.
Let's get into those when we come back for our very last section of today's show after this quick commercial break.
What looks good under your Christmas tree and tastes even better? Big Berkey water filters. Yes, the gift of clean water. A gift that provides a great foundation for achieving good health in the lives of your loved ones. A Big Berkey water filter gives them protection from bacteria, heavy metals, chlorine, fluoride, pesticides and herbicides, VOCs and more. And best of all, a Big Berkey water filter is a gift that lasts for many years with no additional investment. And that saves time and money in filter replacements that other water filters require, and are even powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water. As always, all orders over $50 are shipped free, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Order online at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com, spelled Big, B-E-R-K-E-Y, waterfilters.com, or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Gift well this Christmas. Give a Big Berkey water filter.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-765-9681 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-765-9681. Again, that's 800-765-9681.
Have you ever wondered who the second person to discover gravity was? When you're in the mood for a treat, would you go to the second best bakery in town? Or how about the name John Breckenridge? Recognize it? If you don't, that's because he came in second to Abraham Lincoln. The firsts are first for a reason. Just how ID Stronghold was the first to create the technology to protect your credit cards from thieves with RFID chip scanners. ID Stronghold products block signals from those scanners, so thieves can't capture your critical data. Get a stronghold on your personal information and protect your family too. Don't settle for the second best wallet. Pick up ID Stronghold wallets for everyone on your list this holiday season. They're the perfect stocking stuffer, with leather wallets starting as low as $20 on Walmart.com, eBay, Amazon, and QVC. Save 10% by using coupon code PRESENT for a limited time. That's coupon code PRESENT only on IDStronghold.com. IDStronghold.com.
Anytime, any place, anywhere, radio remains the most intimate of all forms of media. At home, at work, in the car, on smartphones. Over 90% of consumers still listen to radio every week. That makes choosing radio as a place to advertise your business one of the best decisions you can make. Email advertise@gcnlive.com and partner up with an experienced GCN representative. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep REM sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free.
Go to mypillow.com or call 800-870-0305 and use promo code GCN. That's mypillow.com or 800-870-0305 with promo code GCN.
A commemorative President Trump dollar for only $5? Yes, the historic Trump dollar starts at only $5 at TrumpDollar.us. Choose from our unique 3-coin collection in gold, silver, and copper. The Vote Trump dollar, inaugural Trump dollar, and Make America Great Again Trump dollar. Available only at TrumpDollar.us. Minted in the USA, our Trump dollars commemorate President Trump's patriotic stand. Order your Trump dollar collection today in time for Christmas delivery at TrumpDollar.us. That's TrumpDollar.us.
Beautiful music. Welcome back. You are tuned into the Naseema Omer Show. You can enjoy podcasts, listening to archive files by going to NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, OMER.com. I know it's a mouthful, but you can also find me by going to GCNlive.com. That's G for Genesis, C for Communication, and for Network. Live.com, find the show, the Naseema Omer Show, and voila. You can also find me on the YouTube channel, the Naseema Omer Show. I do have a Facebook group as well. You can shop online for fantastic products formulated by pharmacist Ben Fuchs, as well as awesome nutritional supplement products by Dr. Joel Wallach's company that he founded, called Youngevity, all from my website. Share the file and information with your friends and family. This is a very short segment. Ben will dive right into it. You are going to go over 2 more items on how to build collagen.
Connective tissue. So the first 2 were moving and resting, extra rest, as we said, and then making sure you're oxygenating correctly. The number 1 primary need for cells to do their business is oxygen, and also during respiration, not only are you putting oxygen into the body, but you're also blowing off carbon dioxide, which is acidic, and also a lot of toxins come out through the exhalation process as well. The respiration is an inhalation of oxygen, which drives improves circulation of the blood and drives movement of the blood, also helps provide the cells with oxygen, which they need to do their business. And also the second part of the respiratory process, the second part of the cycle, is exhaling carbon dioxide and poisons. a great way to detoxify. You know, everybody's always focusing on detoxification and detoxification formulas. One of the simplest ways to detoxify is to make sure you're exhaling correctly. You know, when we inhale, we're getting oxygen in, but when we exhale, we're blowing off toxicity. So exhalation is as, if not more important than inhalation, although obviously they're both important. And then the last piece of the puzzle, the last point on the fourfold square of health, or the fourfold square of connective tissue building, is to make sure you're nutriating, and that means making sure that you're getting the good stuff and you're not putting the bad stuff in. Do you know what one of the worst enemies, one of the biggest enemies of connective tissue is?
What?
Sugar. Mm-hmm. Sugar destroys connective tissue. This is one of the reasons why the body can, when we eat sugar, the body will use a little bit of that sugar, and the rest of it stores. It sticks away. It stashes, so it can't damage the connective tissue. But the more sugar we eat, the less effective this storage mechanism works, and the higher our blood sugar gets, and the more damage occurs to our connective tissue. In fact, doctors, this is kind of interesting, doctors will measure how fast the connective tissue is deteriorating in response to sugar with a test called the hemoglobin A1C test. Have you ever heard of this test?
Yes, I have.
The hemoglobin A1C test is a measurement of how fast your connective tissue is being destroyed by sugar. And all diabetics know that they have to have a hemoglobin A1C test to see how fast they're glycating. Glycation is the technical term for this destructive process that sugar has with connective tissue, or this destructive reaction that sugar has with connective tissue. So keeping sugar out is extremely important, and then making sure you're using all of your Mighty 90 essential nutrients, but especially connective tissue building nutrients like glucosamine, glucogel caps, for example, gelatin, which is in the glucogel caps, bone broth, chicken soup. You know, we've been talking about bone broth for how long, Naseema?
Yeah.
You and I, for years, right?
And if anyone needs that recipe, send me a quick note through my website, and I'll get that information out to you.
This is one of the most important things. Bone broth does a lot of things, but one of the most important things, if not the most important things, is it provides the body with raw material for building connective tissue. Vitamin C is the absolute most important nutrient when it comes to building connective tissue. Essential fatty acids, the ultimate EFAs, are important for building connective tissue. Minerals like magnesium and calcium and zinc are important for building connective tissue. And here's the good news, Naseema.
Yes.
When you build connective tissue for your arthritis, you're going to get less wrinkles, you're going to support the health of your digestive tract, you're going to have your cardiovascular health, and generally anti-aging.
We're going to be young forever, Ben.
Well, I don't know if you're young, but you're going to be beautiful forever.
Yay! And help everybody do that, too. Thank you again, Ben, for being on my show. As always, thank you to all the listeners. NaseemaOmer.com. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Share the information with everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
Actual testimonials from real Numana customers.
I've tried all kinds of food storage, and Numana is by far the best.
I'm a single mom with 2 teenage boys and a full-time job. I don't always have time to cook a 4-course meal. That's where Numana has been such a blessing. I can spend less time in the kitchen and more time on what matters most, like helping with homework.
Find out for yourself. Order online at thepowermall.com. That's thepowermall.com. Numana is...
The store I love to eat. Yum!
thepowermall.com.
Water is the single most important thing your body needs, so you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest price filtration systems in every size for incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency. Get to GoBerkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com.